Okay, so just off the dome, I know for a fact no one person can beat the market. It's impossible. I don't care which hedge fund, any of that, any investor, you can't beat the market. But it's a such thing as being overpriced and undervalued. So I feel like the market right now, because the world is just now opening back up, is overpriced and it's not enough revenue coming in for a lot of these businesses. Besides the ones that stayed open during the whole pandemic, like Amazon and Walmart and stuff like that, they're getting their money. But it's a lot of companies that haven't made money as they traditionally would do, with the economy being either people being furloughed, laid off, unemployed, you know, or even their workers not being back to work. So I have to be realistic on my pull some of the money out scheme and just wait, because I do ultimately feel like that the vaccine is going to play a huge role in what the stock market is going to do. Granted, I believe that I invested in medical stock, so if I didn't buy a boat, I probably wouldn't think that, but hell, I do. But I feel like the only reason why the stock market is going to do a dip, and it's going to do probably like me, it might not do a 30% dip or a 20% dip. Even if it's a 15% dip, I'm not trying to lose ten or $15,000 when I could just move it around and wait. Like, I feel like just me doing this one position just for a couple of months, I say 2 months, right before the election, either it's gonna crash right before the election or it's gonna crash after the election. But I think it's gonna crash before the election just so Trump can get reelected. That's my opinion. So these positions that I did move around, I'm gonna go back into those same positions once it dips. And guess what I'm gonna do? Insulate my profit. I still have money in the market. I'm still making money hand over fist in the market. And also, man, when all this stuff first started out, I was making maybe $3,000 to $5,000 a day on gains, sometimes losing 10 on losses, but averaging out maybe 5 to 10,000 a week. No, you know what? I'll say 5,000 a week. Some days it'll be up 5, some days it'll be down. It'd be all over the place. But I made the money come back into the account. Why would I then, if I have this prediction and that it's just my opinion, why would I leave all my growth there to be knocked down? I could take 50%, 60% and move it to just a wait position, put it in a bond with a low PE ratio that's going to give you back a little bit of returns, or leave it in a cash position where I can just transfer it over back to buying the same stocks that I would have. Everything I bought at a dip, I'm keeping. Anything I've been holding that been giving me passive returns, I'm keeping. Anything I bought at a discount, I'm keeping. I'm not selling everything. So I just feel like it's a point where you have to remove yourself from it. Yeah, okay, I made some money. I can't be that invested where I don't see the foresight on what's going to come. Because if it's not a vaccine that's approved in the next month or two, things will fall. Things will fall. And especially right before the election, especially with all this controversy going on. And the tweeting, it like every time he tweets, it's just rattles my spirit. But I know if his supporters needs are met, it's gonna be a dip. And I'd rather take my profits off the top, and then I'll ride the wave on the come up. People can have their opinions to disagree with me, and I'm okay with that. But just like I lost it and I made it back by trusting my own instincts instead of listening to what other people told me to do, I was told in July it was gonna be the bottom of the market. This before even any of this stimulus came out. I was buying stocks before the stimulus. So in my opinion, I feel like just looking at the trajectory that I'm going to be able to capitalize more doing what I'm doing now because things are overpriced. And because things are overpriced, I mean, they can go up. They might go up 2%, 3%. Cool. I'm okay with not making that if I'm going to turn around there and lose 7, 8, in my opinion. That's fine. I don't have to call it on the highest day to know when to move my money. I'd rather take the second highest day and maintain some profits. Like, you're never going to beat the system. So it's about time in the market. But right now, I feel like we're running to a brick wall. And you can stay in it, hit this wall, or you can move around. And I'm choosing to do both. Stay some in, move around some. Ta-ta.